For development updates, content polls, and extra content, please consider supporting the channel through the Red Scott Gaming Patreon, with even the minimum $1 a month tier giving access to exclusive Patreon-only streams. Thank you, and enjoy.
I'm surprised it took you so long to figure out how to track me, Iced. After all, I didn't tell you everything you needed to know so long ago.
Don't kill me, you son of a bitch! Yeah.
Please, if you're going to even try, at least use that absurd golden form of yours. Huh? Jesus!
Did you hear something?
You could see us all along, couldn't you, Gomer? Leading us to whatever trap this place is.
Trap? Nothing of the sort, Iced.
I prefer to think of it as a learning opportunity.
And yet another chance for you to redeem yourself.
Cheeky cunt! I had the upper hand last time. Nothing's changed. I'm killing you here and now before you even get a chance to strike a tournament.
Wait a second. How do you already know about my gold form? You shouldn't have even seen it yet. That's right. How long has it been for you? Days? Hours? For me, it's been long enough. You spend a couple of years in that little time patrol and suddenly believe yourselves masters of history. But you fail to grasp that he is history. Continuity, and our places within it, written by his hand. So we're a little out of sync, that it? More time's passed for you since the tournament than us. Well, good for fucking you, I'm still gonna kick your ass. I'm afraid you don't quite understand just how drastically our standing has changed.
The failure at the tournament is irrelevant now. The course has been corrected.
I have to admit that your appearance here took me by surprise. But for you to actually believe you could hide from him behind a simple Kai trick.
It was rather amusing.
Okay, so Gomer's omnipotent. Didn't seem that way when Beerus stepped in to stop you killing Zeno.
The false one is always an unknown quantity. His presence at the all-time tournament introduced an element of chaos to the equation, but the final result is unchanging.
Oh, I'll change some shit. Starting with the arrangement of your face! And this! This is the very simple-minded arrogance I've come to expect from you. Never met an adversary you can't overcome by just punching it harder than last time. Oh, stop. Yeah. You are a waste of our potential. Our real enemies, the enemies of the universe itself, are ones that could never be beaten by one who thinks as you. And it's those enemies, entropy, death itself, which must be purged if the Omniverse is to survive.
And killing Zeno is the first step towards this?
Killing Zeno is this. To kill Zeno is to right the single greatest injustice ever forced upon existence. Every needless death, every cataclysm, every planetary extinction. He is far from the benevolent caretaker your Kais would believe, but an agent of chaos, whose sole hegemony has led to nothing but the suffering of trillions. The king of everything must die. Just look around, both of you. This place, perhaps more than any other, represents the rot infesting creation.
I've never heard of anything like this. A tournament? One of such power? It's almost like some kind of tournament of power for individuals.
Iced, look! It's an Azrai clone. Iced, you must see. Time, all of time, has fallen so far beyond repair, not even your Kais of time can see the true scale of their failure. Continuity itself is broken. At every moment, shattering exponentially into further disorder. And this is but a single shard. one in which, where there might have been peace, Xeno was taken to pitting the universes against each other for sadistic entertainment. Many have already been obliterated. Inevitably, all will, whether from this tournament or the next. This is a microcosm of the Omniverse, and unchanged, the fates of all timelines are the same, whether by Omni King or Kai, Timebreaker, or Magic. I see! And yet, with all those wonderful options for apocalyptic harbingers, you picked the worst of the lot!
Hello.
You think so? Ask the trillions erased by Xeno in this tournament of powerful individuals who they'd consider worst.
I don't understand. If your goal is to kill Xeno, what's to stop you from just killing him any time, any place? Go back to the tournament again and just be prepared for Beerus this time?
Shh! Don't give them ideas, Iced! Your concern is unwarranted. I'm afraid that's quite impossible.
The false one's permanence is rather fragile.
Returning to that moment would only fracture time where he was present, duplicating him into yet another timeline. He is as divisible as Goma is singular after all. Just look, so it is here. For the singular authority over all to have allowed himself to be so divided, compromised, all the more evidence of Xeno's failure to rein in his own chaos.
Elimination of echoes are not enough. It is the source which must be purged.
No? Well, maybe, but there's more than that. There's a reason you don't want to fight Goma. Something's different about you here. And if there's one thing I know about myself, it's that I am a terrible liar. Oh, so you've finally come around to accepting the truth. That I am the real Tony. And that you are nothing but a distortion. You watch your mouth, son. I have simply laid bare the truths that no Kai ever would. But this visit was neither about grandstanding, nor about you, Tony. The rectification of your existence will come, but not now. But, Iced, this is me granting you the courtesy I never had. To say farewell. Whatever else he is, I can understand he is still an emulation of the friendship we had. But there is a place for you in the new universe. Together, we can do what we were always meant to. To save everything.
So that's why you brought us here? To try and convince us to your Gomer's side? You're sick! Twisted! We've already seen your past, and I'm sorry, but this is not the way.
It's the only way. You know that your Time Patrol are no solution. They're collaborators. Iced, please, just once more, fight by my side in this.
I see now why you cherish Iced as such a dear friend. Loyalty is perhaps his greatest strength, even when it is misplaced. But have patience. He will join you in the end. I promised you after all. And the end is very soon upon us.
Iced? I'm starting to think we might be fucked. Iced? Iced!
Huh? Yes? No! I don't know what to do now. It's all so much worse than I could have imagined.
Maybe. But I'm not sitting here waiting for them to strike. They gave us time, and I intend to use it to train harder than I've ever trained before.
What's the point? You're right. They gave us time. Because Gomer has all the time he conceivably needs, which means Gomer either wants us alive for some reason, or is already determined we pose no threat to his plan, that no amount of training now can make any difference. Hell, if he's practically omnipotent, how do we know whatever we do isn't just playing into his hands?
No, cut that defeatist shit out. It's psychological warfare, damn it. They might act like Gomer's some all-powerful, all-knowing freak, but he ain't! I swear something was off about him in that place. And if I know him even a little, I know he relishes in seeing people squirm. Especially me. So no doubt there's a reason he's keeping us around, so relax! I need you with me at your best to figure this out. Some hint to their next move, some weakness they've overlooked. Eh? What? When did you two get back? And where the bloody hell have you been?
Sorry we disappeared like that, Max, but we...
Disappeared? I thought you were dead. Couldn't you have sent a bloody email or something? Max, we were only gone, what, a couple hours tops? What's the deal? Couple hours? It's been 3 sodden days.
Oh, for fuck. Is everything alright? Is Zeno still alive?
I think so. But shit's been going south all over the place. Everyone available is on the lookout for Goma. Time patrollers, time rangers, every bloomin' one. And across all the universes, they keep losing timelines. Usually it's ones they didn't even know about. But then, just this morning, Universe 8 in its entirety just dropped out. Jesus! At this rate, there's not gonna be an Omniverse left to save! But if Zeno's the target, what's the point of erasing random realities?
Well, it doesn't matter now. All that matters is stopping it. Max, we now know who Antony is.
And I know what Goma is. No, that's insane, Max. An Omni King? How could you or anyone possibly know that?
So Gomer and Zeno are two of a kind. And that kind being what? Gods above the gods?
Timelines, universes, super gods? Christ, my brain's numb. You know, I hate to admit it, but they might have had a point. The multiverse is a right clusterfuck.
But we already have an idea what their idea is of fixing it. Timeline 13, Universe 9, 3, 8, who knows how many more? All erased in the name of order.
No, you don't understand. Such systematic destruction won't be necessary if Antony gets to Zeno. What do you mean, Max? When they were in balance, both Goma and Zeno were far more powerful. But when they separated, when Goma was cast down from the heavens, both were reduced. Zeno to that of a child requiring caretakers to manage his realm for him, while Goma was left to wander the physical universe for eons, bereft of his power and mind, as a lost, frumpy little blob man, unaware of his own significance, until somehow he was awoken. Oh, wonder who could have done that. But okay, I get it, they're linked, just like the Supreme Kai and Beerus were, but if that's the case, won't killing one just kill the other two? No, they are opposing forces, perfectly matched. If one increases, the other does in equal measure. Likewise, by reducing Goma, Zeno had to endure the equal fate. But should one force be removed entirely, leaving nothing to oppose the other?
Then we end up in a very scary situation. Absolute chaos.
No, Iced. Order. Perfect, unchallenged, unchanging order. Usually the bad guy's chaos, Max. This goes beyond good or bad, Tony. Both destruction and creation are inherently acts of change, but Goma, the Omni of Order, would see an end to both. Yeah, okay, well, I'm not so down with seeing what a Gomiverse looks like, so now that we know what insurmountable odds we're up against, plan? Drink ourselves into a coma?
Wait, I think you're on the something, Tony.
Hey, come on, Ice, I was kidding about the drink. You've been sober for so long, don't let this happen.
No, I mean about Gomer feeling different. Not just different, strangely unstrange. Tangible, even.
Yes, that's exactly it. That abstract incomparability, the one that makes you never really sure if he's even there at all, was gone. He just felt normal. I mean, as far as Goma can be. Point is, I've never seen him like that before.
But I have. During the World Martial Arts Tournament years ago. I realise now the whole fight was just a game to him, but there was this brief window where I swear I was actually hurting him, when we were in what he called his place.
You never told me that bit before.
Yeah, well, it wasn't exactly a memory I like revisiting, but the point is, that place, it felt like nowhere. A complete void unlike anything I've experienced. Until about 20 minutes ago at least.
That weird arena place, where he seemed just a little coy about fighting? Interesting. Yet, any other time we try to engage him, he's practically untouchable. Here's the Ungod, king of nothing, of the void between physical space. I believe it was somewhere just like this your tournament of powerful individuals was taking place. I believe it may just be such a realm that Gomer considers his home, or closest to it. His domain of unexistence, his place.
Yet it's where he has the least power?
Seems counterintuitive, because it is here, within the intangible, that the intangible may exist at its truest, most real. Our world, the mortal physical plane, is alien to him, his very being incompatible with the normal laws of reality. Well, someone's being very esoteric today. You been reading up on this shit? Genius, Max. He's an idiot, but sometimes he's smart.
So I guess being unable to simply waltz through Zeno's front door, whether he's powerless or got the lock changed sometime in the last trillion years.
He somehow needed to lure Zeno down to the mortal world.
To a place and time of his choosing.
With something that would naturally reach his ears. Something like a multiversal all-time tournament.
With Gomer himself waiting as a contestant, ready
to jump in. That Machiavellian son of a...
Wait, there's still one puzzle piece missing. Antony. If Gomer's so powerful on his own, why does he need a mere mortal, no offence Tony?
It's obvious, ain't it? Same reason neither Omni's been able to destroy the other before now. They can't? Two perfectly opposing, balanced powers. One cancels out the other. Right, Max? Where did you hear all this deep lore anyway? Have you been reading the wiki again?
So he gets himself a mortal proxy to do the job for him. Incapable of creating life himself, he searches through all of history until eventually either finding or altering events just enough to bring about the existence of a suitable candidate. Then indoctrinates him, cultivates him, and makes him his puppet. And out of the entire multiverse, Tony was his chosen.
But why me? Bloody hell, they're here! No, not them. Just him.
Code green, all patrollers mobilize.
What? Is it time? Is it coming to an end at last? Oh, sweet relief.
Tony? I do hope you use the time gifted to you as I recommended. If you're all the way out here, I hope that means you're actually ready to finish this. Where's your buddy? Our Lord Grand Goma has issued me a penultimate directive. A challenge. In light of my failure to destroy the False One, I am to prove myself, my resolve, by destroying you, my fallen self. It has been by his will alone that you have been allowed to persist for as long as you have, and now I sense why. For this sole purpose. My final test. Glad to hear it. I ran from you long enough, but for the longest time it's felt like you've been running from me. Name the time and place, and rest assured, I'll be there. As with all things, Tony, this has already been decided, and your time's already up. Guys? Damn it, stop leaving me out of things! Quit with the teleporting! What the? What did you do here? Nothing. That's just it. This is a world, a future where I did nothing. Where the status quo continues to its inevitable conclusion. This is the fate of every world, every conceivable history across every universe. Ruin and decay. This is what I am saving everyone from! Your world!
And killing Zeno is the key to this salvation, right? Once Gomer rules unopposed, I'm sure this universe will be a utopia.
You're still cynical. I had hoped once you saw with your own eyes you'd understand why we must do this. Surely one who's dedicated themselves to protecting time, to protecting life, would understand.
Even if this is true, there has to be another way to prevent all this. There always is.
You still don't understand. There is no one thing, no singular event to prevent. Think, how many times in your short careers alone has your entire universe come to the brink of annihilation? How many times in only the last century of relative history? Demigra, Majin Buu, Zamasu, Toa, Mira, Azrai. Magnify that across all time and space, and you'll realize that this is one of the better outcomes a world can hope for. But I'm beginning to see you won't be convinced. Not so long as you have that shadow of a Tony left to cling to. One who's blinded to all reason. Okay, fighting now. Just a second. Just a second. Okay, I'm good. Kai! Old man! Antony took Tony and iced. I didn't know where, but we gotta help him.
What exactly are we supposed to do? Or more to the point, you! Face it, Stone, this is all well above your pay grade.
But you didn't pay us.
You know what I'm saying? Iced and Tony are the patrol's finest. In any case, I'm not all that interested in this Antoine fella. Gomer's the big cheese here, son. And since they won't be able to stop him anyway, I for one welcome our new Green Overlord.
Goma. Okay then, if I can't help with Antony, then I can at least keep Goma occupied.
What? No! I'm telling you this now. You can't defeat Gomer. Tony couldn't do it, Ice couldn't do it, Beerus couldn't do it. You wouldn't stand a chance if there were 1,000 of you.
1,000 of me? Don't be ridiculous. Where would I even... Oh.
Oh? What's oh?
Kai! What can you tell me about fusion? Ice, just stay down. I got this. You kicked my ass once, Antony. You took my god form from me. You took my empire. You took my timeline. And you took my own history, my identity. Well, you can have it. Take it all to your fucking grave. But you're not taking any more.
They're almost matched. I thought we'd be in more dire straits, money for nothing than this. There's not even a hint of that same power as before. Oh no.
This really is your maximum power, isn't it? This is all we'd be after years of submission to the Kais. Well, you can add my sympathies to my contempt. Well then, how about this classic? You know how it goes. Gallic Gallic! Oh. Yeah, he really would know that, wouldn't he?
Tony, we need to fuse now.
Yeah, I get it. He's holding back. We always do.
It's not just that. I fought him before, and right now, this is not the same guy. He's so much less.
Less? Then, what have we got to worry about?
Because I know what he's capable of. Because I've felt how overwhelming his true power is. But more than that, I think I've just realised where it comes from.
Yes, I suppose you should have recognized its distinct ambience. But that was then, and far from mastered. Feeling a little third wheel here, care to let me into the joke? Oh, certainly, Tony. After all, despite your many failings, it was you who paved the way on this. The one who survived the end of a universe, only to transcend. The one who proved a mortal being could harness the ultimate power and survive, only for you to in your incompetence let it slip from your grasp. But now, let me show you such power in the hands of one worthy enough to wield it.
I'd like to thank my patrons, Corey Montez, David Rocha, Saiyan Warrior 07, and a special thanks to Chea, Big Boz, and Garrett Lorick. All of your support is greatly appreciated, especially in this time, where I need the support more than ever. So, thank you.